Hello. You can tell that I'm not in my normal setting. Also, fit check. I think I look pretty okay. Um, I'm at the airport, and you're probably wondering, what the fuck? It's not real reading week yet. You still have class. What are you doing? So funny thing. When I entered university, I didn't expect much, but I honestly I really loved my time in high school. No matter how much I say I hated it, university made me appreciate high school so much more, and it just
In the
didn't.
interest of passenger safety, please do not leave
Okay, I'm
your
sorry. I'm just gonna
baggage
speak over this. I
unattended
hope
at
it's
any
okay.
time. If you see
Um,
any suspicious activity, please report it immediately to the nearest
I
airport or law enforcement personnel.
just during my time in university, my short-lived time, I got a glimpse of what my life could be, and I didn't like it. I hated it. Actually, school made me hate art. High school got me excited for it. It got me excited. It had me do a bunch of projects and a bunch of stuff. And I'd say that high school was so much more. It was a it was a lot more supporting than university will ever be. University, you're paying thousands of dollars, and
Votre
what you're
attention
asking me, I
s'il
have
vous
to
plaît. Nous
go out and
n'aurons
buy
pas
my
de
own
place
supplies.
de
What am I paying
bagage
tuition for?
en tout temps
Hello?
jusqu'à leur enregistrement.
What the
Les
fuck?
bagages laissés sans surveillance
That's how shit
seront
the
gardés
education
pour
system is.
inspection et pourraient être
Um,
endommagés ou détruits.
I spent 2 weeks in uni, and I was like, bye, fuck that. But during my classes, I saw what my life could be, and the pay wouldn't even make up for it. I would hate my life, and that's the last thing I want. I don't want to end up hating what I do. I want to do what I love, and I want to live a decent life for myself. I don't want to hate my life at the end
Have
of
your
the day.
attention, please. KLM Royal Assurance station the following
It's not
passengers
me.
to gates
My flight's in like 2 hours.
6221 message.
Oh,
Leonard
but back to
Alba,
that.
Stefan Lubert, and Finn Novak.
I felt like my
Leonard
life was
Alba,
falling
Stefan
apart.
Lubert,
Like I
and
had
Finn
no
Novak,
control over it
please use gate
anymore.
8332 for an
Like
abort message. Thank you.
I thought about how you're like from being a child to basically an adult. Well, 18 here is an adult. You're in school your whole life, and it's supposed to be some pivotal moment. But once you leave high school and you enter uni, it's just so awful. It's just so awful. High school didn't prepare me at all for university. University made me appreciate high school so much more because high school I had so many support systems. I had so many good friends. University, no one wants to talk to you. No one wants to be your friend. In high school, my philosophy was everyone wants to be your friend, talk to everyone. No one doesn't want friends. No one doesn't want friends. But it's not like that in university. University, everyone's just keeping to themselves. They hang out with their old friends. There are people that hang out at other functions, but when I was in university, every time I step in that building, I was an entirely different person. I don't know what would happen or what came over me, but I just went from being an extrovert to an introvert. It was really, really awful. And I just didn't understand like how that could change me. So just I had like a lot of mental breakdowns, a lot of awful days, and I dropped everything and I confided in many people. I consulted and confided in many people before I made my final decision. Well, actually, it was it was more like I asked advice about to I consulted with others to see if I wanted to go back to school eventually. But I don't think I will. And I don't really want to. School's not my thing. School's not everyone's thing. Um but I yeah, literally the second week, exactly on the 14-day mark. So it was like the middle of the third week. So I missed the deadline, so I still have to pay for my fucking classes for some reason. Fuck you, McEwen, for that shit. What the fuck? I even sent an email. They were like, blah, 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 corporate answer. I was like, okay, go fuck yourself. I'm not going back. That shit's a prison. That whole, that long ass building. Stop saying building what? Stop saying building 6, 7, 8. It's one long building. It's one long ass hallway. You call yourself a university. Where the fuck is the tuition going? I don't understand that. Sorry, I posted it on my I posted the news on my Instagram. So a lot of the notifications are coming in. But I'm just glad that my friends are cared because at first I didn't tell anyone. Actually, before I get into that, let me just explain the full thing. I felt like my life was falling apart. I consulted a bunch of people, I talked to a bunch of people. But the first thing I did was call my mom, tell her I couldn't do it anymore. Of course, she wasn't happy, but it's my life. And she understood that, and she had to accept that. And she's okay with it now. And then I called my sister. I seek support from her. She supports me because at the end of the day, she doesn't want to see me suffer and hate my life. I don't want to see anyone suffer and hate their life. So why would I put myself through that?
Aux personnes que
And
des amis
then
ou des membres de la
I
famille souhaitent
called,
chercher
I
des
didn't call my
conseils,
grandma. I went home
notez ce qui suit.
and my grandma
La
was in Canada
Colombie-Britannique
at the
a
time.
appelé du
So I
débarcadère
went into her room
passager
and
quand l'embarquement était
I
relocalisé sur
just,
la côte terrestre du
I
stationnement
fell to my knees on the
d'étrangers.
ground. I just told her I couldn't do this anymore.
Veuillez défendre sur
Like,
vos attentes dans
in
la
Chinese,
nouvelle
of
aire
course,
de
like,
stationnement
I
d'attente
couldn't do
sur
this anymore.
airport 1, et ce, jusqu'à ce que vous soyez prêt ou prête à
I
embarquer.
hate school so much. Like, I know you wanted me to go to school and
Nationals
get a
being
good
picked
job,
up or
but
dropped off by friends
I
or
swear,
family,
like,
please note.
there are other
Passager
ways. Like,
pick-up
I
or
just can't
drop-off
do this
carrier
right
is
now. Like,
temporary
can I please just go
to
home?
ease out of these blockades.
She says, yeah,
For risk
of
of
course.
congestion, please have your right-of-way
She wasn't mad at me
parked
at
in the
all.
area on Airport
She
Road
just
until you
saw
arrive at
that
the victim.
I needed help. And thankfully, she was really supportive. So I said, can I go home? And she was like, yeah, of course, babes. Come back. So she gave money to my mom for me to go back to China for a while. And we booked the ticket. And here we are on the 28th of October. My flight's in 2 hours, I think. Yeah. But that is what is going on in my life. That's the reason I bought this mic. I wanted to have a space where I could talk about my life, my feelings, provide some clarity for other people, give solutions to myself, give solutions to other people. But I will be documenting my journey back home. I just know that I needed to be with my family. I needed to see everyone again. I needed to connect with my family again. I need to connect just with somewhere that's not here. Edmonton never felt like my home. And that house that I live in with my family, it never felt like a home. It was always just a house. And at the time when I dropped school, I was having a bunch of problems with my mom. I'm gonna be honest, me and my mom have problems all the time. She can be my best friend or she can be really difficult. She makes it really hard to care about her. And it's just like a really bad push and pull when it comes to our relationship. Right now, it's okay, but I think she's holding back because I'm leaving. Like when I told her that I was leaving, because I didn't tell her that I was going back to China, I only asked my grandma. When I told my mom, she had no reaction. She had no reaction at all. And that really hurt me because I'm supposed to be her kid. My mom's done a lot of fucked up stuff to me, to be honest. Not like hit me or anything like that, but just like she's done things that made me feel betrayed. Like I'm not her son. Like she has my little brother, which is like her and my stepdad's kid. And sometimes I like to say that she's done with me because like she has her new family now. Sometimes it does feel like that and it sucks. But there's also times where I think about like I do understand that she's still the girl that I see in old photos. But then I also know that like the girl in those photos from years ago would be so disappointed in the way she turned out now. I swear. I know it's so fucked up to say, but I know it is. Because my mom made some big mistakes and she just lived with them. She married that man and then had my baby brother. My baby brother saved her, basically. He saved us, but can't really change things about the past, but you just can't help but dwell on it. Like, I hold worthy grudges. I don't hold grudges for fun. I hold grudges for a reason. Like my stepfather, I don't. I'm just saying I don't like him. I was about to say like we don't see eye to eye. No, I straight up don't like him. He's done a lot of fucked up things. He's never apologized for them. He has a huge ego. His jokes aren't funny. They're literally just jabs at you. Like that's not a joke. You're not funny. Anyone else? Like there's been so many times where I wish I knew my blood father. Like sorry, I'm gonna speak in Chinese. My Tansang daddy, like my blood father. I really wish I knew him because I wanted him to be so. I wanted him to be different than my stepfather so bad. I wanted him to come back into my life and basically save me because I was not fucking with my stepdad. He just did a lot of shitty stuff, said a lot of shitty stuff, never apologized for it, and expects me to get over it and forgive him. But no, I'm not. Because you're the adult. Just because I'm 18 now doesn't mean that the shit that you did in the past can just like we can't forgive and forget. I need to hear sorry. I know it's counterintuitive, but it's been too long. I'm not accepting any more apologies. You can say sorry all you want. But once I move out, bitch, you're never seeing me again. Sometimes I'd like to say same goes for my mom, but she is still my mother. And there are times where she's good. But there are times where she's bad and I just want to leave. But I think spending time apart from her now is good because she needs to know what it's like for me to not be there. She needs to know what it's like to lose both of her kids. Because my sister moved out and they're close. But that's because my sister moved out. She's away from it all. She doesn't she doesn't spend all her hours with with our mom anymore. She doesn't know what it's like anymore. Like she has her own life, and when they're together, they're really close because they get to catch up and they get to talk. But with me, I'm always there, and my mom, I don't know. I I I know a lot of people can relate to me because I know a lot of my friends also have issues with their mothers like this. So I definitely get to confide in them, but then there's also an extent to how much I can talk about it because I don't want to talk about it so much that it hurts them as well. So I usually just bring it up and then try and move on. But my mother is definitely an interesting person. I'll say that. And my stepfather is a lost cause. I'm just, he's so lucky that my baby brother is such a good kid because my baby brother he just forgives him every time. Or like he thinks it's a joke. And I'm like, you're so lucky that you have a third chance. And I've gotten into a lot of fights with him, verbal fights, not physical fights. Although there was one time that he threw a plate at me, that was not very fun. That is like my main reason to hold a grudge. I really don't fuck with him for that. He also just yell at me a lot. Like one time my stepbrother was shitting with the door open. How fucking gross is that? Close the door, please. No one wants to see all that. No one wants to smell all that. I hate my stepbrother too. Um, yeah, and I was literally like 12. And I mumbled under my breath because you know what? That shit is nasty. I was just like, close the fucking door. And then I go into my room and close my door. Later, I hear fucking stomps. He slams open my door. He's like, what the fuck did you just say? Like the ugly trash bag he is. What the fuck did you just say? And he started screaming and yelling at me. And then my stepdad and my mom came down. And then my stepdad started yelling at me. I'm just like, why am I in the wrong for mumbling close the door when he's the one shitting with the door open? Do you bitches not know human decency? And that was the moment I felt betrayed by my mom because my mom watched me get yelled at and she did nothing. And whenever I bring this up, my sister, she's usually on my mom's side. My sister, she says, what is mom supposed to do? What can she do? She can't do much. She can say something, she can defend me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's my mom. If I saw my kid going through that, I stand up for them. What the fuck did mom do? Stand on the sideline. Like, girl, what the hell? I've had lots of fights with my mom. I've had lots of fights. Like, I've said a lot of things. And honestly, I don't regret anything I said because what I said is true. And whenever she has an argument in the car with me, I try not to say anything. Because you know what? I'm about to eat this bitch up. Because she knows I'm about to spit some fire. Because she literally on the car ride here, because I didn't say goodbye to my stepdad, she was like, where are your manners? Like, you're going away for, you don't even know when you're coming back. You're going away for so long. You're not even saying goodbye. I'm like, why do I have to say goodbye to him? Mind you, I don't look at him. I don't talk to him in the house. I shit you not. It's been fucking 2 years since I've spoken a word to him. Same thing with my stepbrother. Bro, my stepbrother used to be fat, and then I took a glance at him one time by accident. I really didn't want to. And like this guy lost weight. I was like, fuck. Now I can't call him a pig anymore. Because I love to hate. I'm like, if you deserve to be hated on, you will be hated on, especially by me. Because I love to hate. Hate on me all you want, bitch. Because I know my insults are better. Try me. But yeah, it's really took a turn in mood. But I'm glad I get to get all this out because it's been a really well hidden secret that I dropped school and like I'm going back to China and I'm just like I'm trying to live my life. Not live my life, but I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to get my spark back. I'm really hoping that going home will get my spark back, being with my family, being with people, being around just being around somewhere where I feel myself. The first time I went to China, I had an identity crisis. I was like, so do I feel more at home at Edmonton? Do I feel more at home at China? Now I know China, because like what the fuck is this place? Edmonton is a good place to settle down, but it's not where I want my life to be. I look at my mom and I don't want my life to be like that. I can tell that she's so stuck and that she regrets her decisions. But she can't get out of her life now. And I feel so bad for her because I still see that girl, that teenage girl that doesn't know what she's doing. And she still doesn't know what she's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But she's doing her best with what she's dealt with what she ended up with. Because my mom's actually had a really, really difficult life. But the thing is that you made the decision to have kids. You can't just make some of those decisions for yourself and not think about what would happen to your kids. I mean, maybe she made those decisions and she didn't think it would turn out like this, but it did. There were things that she could have done early on to avoid anything, but she didn't do them. My grandparents like to say that my mom has a knack for attracting horrible men. Because my sister's father, I heard he was not the greatest person. My father, my mom wants to rip his head off. And my stepdad, well, everyone hates him. Everyone in China hates him because he does some fucked up shit. And you know, tea like that, it don't stay here. It goes everywhere. It goes around the family circle. It goes in the WeChat group chat, you know? We'd be sending voice messages and shit in Chinese. Oh, 你有冇聽到佢做咩啊? Shit like that. But I'm just happy I'm leaving. Every time I travel, I'm starting to, like, after I dropped school, I was so much happier. I was so much happier I got to live my life. And I think my mom knows I'll be okay. Because I've always been able to know, like, have connections, talk to people. And, like, I'm not scared to work hard. I'm willing to work hard. I'm more than willing to work hard. I'd rather work than go to school. I fucking hate school. But high school is different. High school is kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I had good support systems. My teachers were actually good. I had time to manage my life. I had time for my social life. I had time for school. I had time for sleep. Isn't that amazing? My uni schedule, I was at school 5 days a week, 8 to 5, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Even my grandma was shocked. Okay, my grandma saw that I was suffering. I was getting no sleep. I had no time to do my stuff. It was really awful. I was in design, by the way. Design killed me. Girl, fuck McEwen. I had some good instructors, but fuck McEwen. Fuck my art class, girl, okay? That shit is for beginners. I've been doing this shit for like 10 years. Please. Yeah, it was ridiculous. School was just ridiculous. I mean, like, maybe it's for other people, maybe it's for the academics, but for me, I'm so sorry. I'm an artist. I draw. I talk to people. Um, I'm good at communicating. I wanted to do marketing because I genuinely was interested in that. I don't know. I think I'll find a way. But
In the
for
interest of
now,
passenger safety,
I'm taking
please
my life
report.
one step at a time. So I'm just living my life and taking it one day at a time. It is gonna be a bit awkward though when I go back to when I go back home and go back home to China and people ask me if I'm in school or not. I don't know. I'm gonna just say I'm taking a gap year.
Votre
They're gonna
attention,
frown
s'il vous
at it,
plaît.
but you know what?
N'oubliez pas de garder vos bagages avec vous en
Because
arrivant.
you don't know my
Juste
life. You don't
avant
know what I'm going through.
l'enregistrement,
You don't know what
les
I've been
bagages laissés
through.
sans surveillance feront l'objet d'une
Like,
inspection et pourraient être
bitch,
endommagés ou détruits.
scrap. No, not actually. I don't know why I said that, but I just didn't want any judgment. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. So this has been a really well kept secret. I only told my really close friends, people really important to me, people that I love, people that I like. um, that I was going away. Uh, because I didn't want to tell my other friends because they are really school oriented and I just didn't want to be judged. That was the last thing I wanted. And even if they see this now and they'll say, like, oh, we would never judge you, you're saying that now after seeing this. You're saying that now after knowing it. In the moment, when I did everything, when I dropped everything, you don't know how you would react. And let's just leave it at that. But they are very school oriented. Uh, and I just didn't want to be judged. It was the last thing that I needed. I feel like I would break if I had my friends judge me for my decision. Um, but I one friend that I didn't tell ended up finding out because I accidentally showed her a history, like a bunch of texts between me and this guy that didn't work out. Because I told him, uh, because I was like, I'm going away, so I don't know if we should get together. She ended up finding out, and she is really close to me. She's a very dear friend, but again, she's very school oriented, so I was very scared to tell her, so I didn't. And when she found out, I was very surprised because she actually confided in me. She understood why, and she understood me and my decision, and I actually really appreciated that, and it gave me a newfound respect for her. So I really enjoyed that because she was telling me like, "Oh, I don't understand." Before I didn't understand people that took gap years, but now I do because now during her schooling and in her program, it's difficult. She finds it hard to manage her time, socialize with friends, and just live her life. But she encouraged me to do this. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna have so much fun," like, and I really enjoyed her words. Her words gave me a lot of comfort, and it's been amazing these past 2 weeks, past 3 weeks actually. I've gone to parties, I've gone to clubs, I've had really nice dinners with my best friend. I had amazing talks. I felt like I was healing, but it was just the start. Once I'm back in China, that's when everything will that's when everything will gather. That's when everything will actually start mending and healing, and maybe I'll get my spark back. Okay, girl. But yeah, maybe I'll get my spark back. Cause honestly, that's all I want. That's all I need. I need to see
This
my
is the
family. I
final
know I've
warning
said that, but I
call for
really
aircraft.
just I can't
Flight
exaggerate
1
enough. And I
scheduled
do
to take
encourage.
off.
I still encourage
All
people to go to
passengers should
school,
now be
but
on
school is
board
just
for
not for
gate
me.
50.
If you want to
Dernier
do school,
appel
you don't see another
d'embarquement
way.
pour Air
It's good
Canada.
for you. But
1
for me, I want to
74 à
explore my
destination
life.
Toronto.
I want to live it.
Tous les passagers doivent déjà être embarqués à la porte.
I'm
5 ans.
18. Like, I should be living my life. Notice the word teen at the end of my age. Yeah, I'm not 20 yet. Let me live. I hate the expectation of just high school and then straight to college. Like, travel the world, do something, work. Oh, I hate people that don't know hard work. If you've never had like a hardworking job or a serious job or a job at all with any responsibility, I don't respect you. I'm so sorry. I don't respect you. I don't respect you as much as people that have experienced that. Because you don't know what it's like to balance work, school, and your social life. Because that's what I was struggling through, and I was struggling through. I was struggling through that through high school too. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. At least not today. Talked about what's been happening recently, what's been planned. Talked about my problems with my mom, my family. I guess I can. No, I'm gonna save that for another episode. Oh, so when you see me next, I'll probably be on the balcony of my house in China with my grandparents. But not too sure how much I can record because they always want to go out. And I'm always down. Because you know what? I miss my life back in China. I miss my city life. Like, bitch, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, this is a village. Edmonton is a village. The mall is basically a well. That's where everyone gathers. But yeah, next time you see me, I'll be in a different place. But I'm very excited. Everyone thinks I'm going back to shop. I'm just like, no, I'm gonna see my family.
This
What's
is
wrong
the
with
final
you?
boarding call for
But yeah,
Air Canada. Flight
I'm excited for
174 to Toronto.
the steps that
All
are
customers should
being
now
laid
be
ahead of
reported
me,
through gate 50.
and but I'm also
Dernier
nervous.
appel d'embarquement pour le
It's
vol
like a, it's
Air
like a,
Canada. 1
it's
74
like a
à
excited,
destination
nervous,
Toronto.
like when you have a crush or
Tous les
something.
passagers doivent déjà être embarqués
But
à la
yeah,
porte. 5 ans.
thanks for listening to me. I'll see you next time.